Let's skip the small talk and jump straight into the explainer. Blockchain is completely rewriting the rules of global trust. And let me tell you, the stakes are absolutely astronomical.
$3 trillion. That's how much annual business value PwC estimates this one technology could generate by 2030. But what exactly makes this code so insanely valuable that the world's biggest corporations are terrified of missing out?
At its core, it is the ultimate value exchange protocol. Basically, it's an autonomous, totally unstoppable way to transfer digital assets without needing a bank, a government, or any middleman whatsoever. It sounds straightforward, right? But the real suspense actually lies in its highly secretive, decades-long origins.
Which brings us to part 1, the mystery of the creator.
You see, this didn't just happen overnight. The whole thing is like a giant puzzle that started way back with David Chaum's proposals in 1982, moving through Haber and Stornetta in the early 90s. Cryptographers literally chased a ghost for decades. And then, boom! In 2008, a pseudonymous figure named Satoshi Nakamoto drops a bombshell that changed the digital world forever.
Nakamoto managed to achieve the impossible. They solved the double spending problem, meaning for the very first time in human history, you could mathematically guarantee that a digital asset couldn't just be copied and pasted to be spent twice, and it did this entirely without a central server. That is how Bitcoin was born. But how on earth did they pull that off?
Let's pop the hood in part 2, unlocking the blockchain engine.
Think of it as an unyielding three-step fortress. First, you gather up batches of valid transactions. Then, you crush all that data down into a complex cryptographic structure known as a Merkle tree. And finally, you mathematically lock this new block of data to the one that came right before it. If you break even a single link, the entire system sets off the alarms.
And this incredibly secure chain of cryptographic locks goes all the way back to the very dawn of the network. We're talking about the Genesis block, block 0. Literally every single transaction in existence rests entirely on its shoulders.
But here is the multi-billion-dollar question. We all know the internet is absolutely swarming with bad actors. So what exactly is stopping a hacker from just going in and altering a single locked-in record?
Well, here is Nakamoto's brilliant trap. You can't just hack one file. To cheat the system, you'd have to retroactively alter that specific block, plus every single block that came after it, all while simultaneously hijacking a massive global peer-to-peer network to agree with your fake history.
And today? Pulling that off is virtually impossible. Back in 2014, the Bitcoin blockchain was just 20 gigabytes. Today, it has exploded into a 600-gigabyte behemoth of cryptographically dense history. The sheer computational firepower you need to rewrite that on a global scale makes hacking it a complete mathematical fantasy.
This massive evolution leads us to part 3. Not all blockchains are equal.
As this tech scaled up, it essentially split in two. On one side, you have the Wild West, permissionless public blockchains like Bitcoin where anyone can join in. But on the other side, we have permissioned private consortiums. Think of technologies like Hyperledger, which are built specifically so that cutthroat corporate rivals can collaborate in total, absolute secrecy.
And those secret corporate applications bring us to part 4, taking over every industry.
The smartest money on earth is betting the house on this tech right now. In 2019 alone, global investment in blockchain absolutely exploded by an astronomical 89%, hitting nearly $2.9 billion. And trust me, they aren't just buying crypto.
They are using it to take over practically everything. We're talking Walmart tracking your lettuce from the dirt to the grocery shelf to stop outbreaks, Mercedes-Benz locking down their supply chain carbon emissions. We're seeing it transform real estate deeds and even replace internet domain names. The global takeover is happening right now, at breakneck speed.
But you want to know the most suspenseful battleground of them all? It's the multi-billion-dollar video game industry. We are literally watching a live, high-stakes proxy war for the future of your digital assets. The entire industry is completely fractured over this. Valve's dominant platform, Steam, went ahead and outright banned any games utilizing blockchain or NFTs. But then their biggest rival, Epic Games, kicked the doors wide open and eagerly integrated the tech. It is a massive standoff to see who is going to control the digital landscape.
Ultimately, the Harvard Business Review hit the nail on the head, calling it an open, distributed ledger that can record transactions efficiently and in a verifiable and permanent way. Whether it's powering your video games or securing global supply chains, this technology delivers something humanity has never had before:
permanent, mathematically verifiable truth.
Which leaves us with one terrifyingly provocative question. As we sprint toward a world that is entirely built on decentralized, incorruptible trust, who really holds the keys to our future? The revolution is just getting started. Thanks for tuning in to this explainer, and we'll see you in the next one.